We are back with more of My Southern Home, and I'm here with Mr. Clark. And Mr. Clark, you were telling me that you decided to get your windows done because you were thinking about selling your house.
Right, and we thought the one main thing that a customer would see if they were coming to look at the house would be those front windows in the front of the house and the landscaping. We wanted to create that good first impression.
And you tried to fix your windows yourself for a while.
Several times. We had friends that would come over that were carpenters or could do woodwork, and the windows were rotting with the wood at the bottom, and just no real way to fix it. They would cut pieces out of the window and then they would piece it back together, but you'd see the seam and you'd try to paint over that, and over the years it just looked worse and worse instead of better and better.
So when you decided to get new windows done, you called Window World of Louisville.
Right, we did get a couple of bids from different people, and they kind of sat on the counter for a while. We didn't really make a decision. But you know, Window World has a lot of commercials and a lot of billboards, and we just kept looking at those and thinking, you know, that big of a company, that well-known company, maybe we ought to take a look at what they could offer.
And you decided to go with Window World, and you got all new windows in the front, and you fixed your beautiful bay window in the kitchen.
Right. I think that was the second place we thought is very noticeable, because you're in the kitchen a lot. So we had the 4 windows back here that you're always looking at when you're in the kitchen. It looks out over the backyard. As far as the front of the house, you know, I think they say the landscaping and the windows are for the people across the street. And now they're going to look at those windows for the rest of the time we're here and after we leave. So we thought that was very important to get that done.
Your wife was telling me that you used to always have these blinds closed
Right.
when you had the windows, and now that you have these beautiful windows, you can see this gorgeous view that you have every day.
Right, and we had thought about, after we had the windows putting in drapes or putting in the 2-inch blinds, and now we think it looks pretty good like it is. We may not even need those. So the gas seals had broken in those windows, and half of them were cloudy and the other half you could see through, but it was just a very poor look when you looked at those, so we kept the blinds down.
Mr. Clark, how was the installation process from when you first met with Window World and decided on what type of windows that you wanted and them coming and installing them?
Well, the representative that came out spent quite a bit of time here in the kitchen going over what the windows would be like and coming up with the best plan for which windows needed to be replaced. And so that part went very quickly. Then we made the appointment to have someone come out and measure. And I was really surprised when they got here that all of that work could be done in one day. Several people were working on different windows at the same time. Another person was vacuuming the carpets and getting rid of the debris from replacing the windows. And before the end of the day, everything was clean and they were gone and the windows looked great.
How many windows did you end up replacing?
I believe there were 13 or 14, counting the 4 here behind us.
That's a lot of windows to do in one day.
It was, and they were very patient and hauled off all the trash, and I even got them to take a couple of things out of my garage I've been trying to get rid of, and they took those with them.
You got 2 things in one done.
That's right, I did.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.